This short video will explain the most promising intervention strategies to eliminate dengue in the slums of Jakarta. Dengue outbreaks in Indonesian slums are an undeniable public health issue, with children being the most affected. Infection by the dengue virus can be fatal. Large interventions such as social and sanitary changes are a priority, but their implementation remains challenging due to a lack of financial resources and poor infrastructure. Investments should be made in indoor residual spraying and spatial repellents in order to relieve the burden amongst children in Indonesian slums. According to the WHO, dengue is the most critical mosquito-borne viral infection in the world. The virus is transmitted by the Aedes aegypti mosquito that mainly breeds around the house and prefers to bite humans during the daytime. In Indonesia, an estimated 7 out of 10 children under 18 have been infected at least once. 30% of children develop dengue hemorrhagic fever, which causes bleeding into the skin and tissues and may eventually cause shock, organ impairment, hemostatic complication, or even death. The slums of Jakarta are especially affected by dengue because of larger population densities and a higher percentage of inhabitants under 15 years of age. Approximately 5 million people, including 2 million children, live in these slums. Also, the lack of hygiene and heavy rains cause favorable breeding conditions for the mosquito. We must fight this urgent problem and devastating disease. Interventions are highly needed to eliminate the virus and relieve the burden of dengue, especially amongst children living in slums. So what should be done? There are several interventions that may reduce the dengue burden in the slums of Jakarta. After an extensive comparative analysis, we found that based on the characteristics of our target group, the most effective and feasible interventions are spatial repellents and indoor residual spraying. Unfortunately, the vaccine for dengue has not been proven to be effective yet. Spatial repellents are vaporized chemicals used to kill or deter mosquitoes. This intervention is feasible because they are found to be very effective. As much as 100% of mosquitoes can be killed. Also, this intervention is rapidly available, easy to distribute, and is relatively inexpensive, making it easy to implement. IRS is a control strategy which is widely adopted. Through this method, the indoor surfaces of houses are sprayed with residual formulations of an insecticide. Currently, this method is mainly used to target malaria vectors. However, there is also evidence for its potential efficacy in reducing the populations of the Aedes aegypti mosquito. This intervention is highly effective. 90% of cases can be prevented if 75% of an area is covered. It is also cheaper on large-scale operations. As a lot of people live in slums, this is very cost-effective. It is also highly applicable as the insecticides can be applied on different surfaces.